Alrighty guys, so welcome back for yet another Dokkan battle video, and your boy is now back from his 1 week vacation, so your boy's feeling good, your boy's feeling a little bit rejuvenized, and I'm ready to go ahead and get into that content making space. So anyways, little thing is tomorrow, this video is probably going to be posted on Monday because again, Monday, I have to go all the way to my university, which is very far away, meaning I will not be here. So, unfortunately, this will be a pre-recorded video, but I did want to go ahead and talk about this because we probably could be getting the data download tonight or maybe even tomorrow night. And of course, I seriously has posted this image of Goku and Kid Buu, which of course is confirming to us that the next celebration over on Global Dokkan is going to be the Kid Buu, as well as the Super Saiyan 2 transforming into Super Saiyan 3 Goku celebration. Now, as you guys can very easily tell, we do have a lot of this stuff, like for example, the EZA for things like Janembu, I forgot what, Weiris, and then also Chowman is actually active already on Global, I believe. Let me actually double check that. It is. So again, we already have gotten their EZA. So in terms of what exactly like type of content could arrive, it's really not all that clear. The reason for that is because again, we pretty much have everything here already. Again, we already have the EZAs. All we're practically missing is Goku and Kid Buu, as well as I think the EZAs for these 3 units down here. I'm not entirely sure if we have them already. Oh, so we actually don't have them. So actually, what we could be getting is the EZA for these 3 units right here, who I am going to quickly cover right now. But again, other content that could potentially arrive if we go over here to January is the EZA for the LR Mighty Mask unit, as well as Tech Vegito and then Tech Super Buu. Again, these are also things that could be arriving to the celebration. Now, again, I'm not going to go over these guys as details because, again, so far we don't have that confirmed. But the reason I am going to go ahead and pull up these guys down here is because, again, this dropped with the celebration. So, again, like in the part 1, again, this dropped. So, again, I assume that presumably we are going to be getting this because, again, we literally have all the other EZAs that appeared during the celebration. And again, that other part 2 for the LR EZA is more like a part 2 kind of vibe. So again, I don't want to like say like, oh hey, this is going to be coming, and then, you know, turns out it's not going to be LR Mighty Mask. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's hop in and talk about Goku and Kid Buu. Now, these 2 units people consider to be one of, if not the best TORs in the game. For me personally, I don't think Goku is the best TOR in the game, though I can absolutely see the argument for why he is. For me personally, the best TOR in the game is Ginyu Goku, into Majin Vegeta, and then it's this guy. This guy is extremely good, he's super powerful, and he is going to introduce a new category called Battle of Fate. So we take a quick look at the category right here. The Battle of Fate category is essentially any, like, pretty much in essence, is characters who have participated in a climactic battle of their respective sagas. So again, Goku and Kid Buu, Master Joy Goku Jiren. You have things like Super Saiyan 4 Goku Baby. You have Namek Goku and Full Power Frieza. You have Kaioken Goku and Great Ape Vegeta. So essentially, it's like any combination of characters, you know, being like super class and extreme class that fought like in some giant climactic battle in, again, the respective series. So again, going back to the examples, the Namek Saga is Super Saiyan Goku, Full Power Frieza. Universal Survival Saga, it's Master Joy Goku and Jiren. Cell Saga, it was Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Cell. So basically anything similar to that or like that, because they even threw in Demon King Piccolo, which I really love. So again, in the future, if we do get like a new Kid Goku, which is this guy right here who fought Demon King Piccolo, again, he is going to be in this category. And again, just looking at the category, it is a very massive category. You do have a ton of amazing options here. You have things like Super Saiyan 4 Goku. You have things like, you know, this Tech Kaioken Goku. Again, these guys might not be the greatest examples of it, but again, They are still relatively solid options to this day. Of course, I kind of want to give more shine to some units that aren't just the LRs. But I mean, for the extreme class, you have things like Golden Frieza, who's going to be a very good tank. You have this Dokkan Butoden Vegeta, who's still really good. Easy A Super 17 is still really good. Easy A Boo is still relatively solid. So again, you have just a lot of really good units here. You know, Beerus is still a very solid unit. The Easy A for the Dokkan Butoden Goku is still very good. Easy A Super Saiyan 4 Goku is another amazing option. So again, just a ton of units are on this category, making, you know, Battle of Fate a very nice category to have. And then of course he leads Accelerated Battle, which is Hit and God Goku's team, which of course is another super good option, because again, you know, basically making those two categories into one is very good, especially for the array and variety of options that you have on that team. Next up, we do have Kid Buu, who also does lead Battle of Fate. The only thing I'm a little disappointed by is his leader skill, which is 170% to HP and attack. Again, I am not the fan of I am not a fan of 170% to attack and HP. I would much rather have 170% to attack and defense, because again, defense is now such a big and integral part of this game that, again, if you don't have good defense, you're really not that usable anymore. Unless, again, you have like crazy dodge or damage reduction. Again, defense is essential in this game. The HP, again, is a nice little thing, but realistically speaking, you're not going to be running this Kid Buu as a leader, which in my opinion does kind of hurt him in terms of, you know, like best TORs in the game. And another thing that kind of hurts them now is that, again, they're not true 170% leads. So again, Goku gives 130% to HP, and then Kid Buu 130% to defense. So again, as a result of that, again, that's another reason why I typically, you know, put the 200% leader skill units now above Goku and Kid Buu. But again, needless to say, Goku is still an absolutely ridiculous unit. Don't take me saying that as like him being bad or anything. He is very damn good. All right, so he raises attack for one turn, raises attack and defense. So again, he gets 30% of his defense on super, and then a medium chance to stun. So again, relatively good super battle road effect right there. He gets 2 ki and 180% at the start. So again, super solid, giving himself ki and a good start of a turn attack and defense. He gets 50% of that on super attack. He has a 30% chance of launching an additional attack that has, wait, no. So he guaranteed launches an additional attack that has a 30% chance of being a super attack. So realistically, this guy could triple super in one turn. And then he has a high chance to perform a critical hit. Again, this I've seen in action. Again, I personally don't have him, but I've seen him in things like showcases and all that. So again, in my opinion, I do kind of know what this unit can do. And again, this guy is very impressive, even at a 55% level, because again, this along with this is gonna allow him to do a lot of damage as well as have a ton of defense as well. Because even if he was, say for example, in base, like 100k defense, like at the start 55%, he would get 50% of that on super, making him already at 150k, and then 30% of 100k is around like 30k itself, so that puts him at around 180k or close to 200k defense. And again, I'm lowballing this guy. I'm not even counting in things like support or leader skills. So again, this Goku is a very impressive unit, so do not underestimate or sleep on this guy. This guy is very good. Now, his transformation condition is a little bit, I would say, not the best, but it's not horrible. You have to be under 77% HP starting from the third turn. Now, the third turn is a nice little thing to have. It's just this. Again, I wish it was just turn 3, you can just transform. But again, the HP restriction is not exactly the worst. It's not like in Cell, where you have to be under 30%. So again, not the worst transformation mechanic, but again, a little bit disappointing. And then of course his link set is going to, you know, carry him on many teams. He's got things like, of course, Saiyan Lineage and Prepared for Battle, meaning again, he's pretty much going to have a ton of ki with him at all times, as well as link up with very good units. And then another strength of this guy is on the many teams that he finds himself on, like Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 2, Kamehameha, Transformation Boost, Mastered Evolution, Accelerated Battle, Beyond Super Saiyan, which of course has not released over here on Global. Again, we are going to be getting that category during the 7th year anniversary. So again, on a lot of teams, he's going to be able to help out on every single one of them, and I think he's easily going to be one of the best options you can go ahead and choose. Now, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, if I'm being completely honest with you, is a different kind of animal. This guy is really damn good. And again, there's a reason why I consider him to be the third best unit in the game in terms of TORs, excluding Easy A's. So he greatly raises attack and then still raises defense with a medium chance to stun. So the only thing that really changes is the attack. But again, this is still going to be very, very good because again, 30% defensive raise if you can get multiple super attacks on is a very, very powerful thing. So he gets now 200% attack and defense and 3 ki at the start, again, making him basically, you know, immune to like not having ki, because he's at least going to have, because you get 3 ki from the leader skill, he's at least going to start with like 9 ki at the start, not even counting his link set. So again, this Goku's pretty much always going to get a super attack off. He still gets 50% of that on super attack, which is really good, and he guaranteed launches 2 additional attacks which have a medium chance of becoming a super attack. So now with that addition, this Goku can quadruple super attack. Again, he gets the guaranteed 2 additionals, and then each of those additionals has a 30% chance of being a super. So again, he can quad super, quad raise his defense. This guy's just going to look very, very impressive. And then he gets another 50% attack, and then a 70% chance to crit for 6 turns from the start of you know, of course, his transformation. And then he has a 50% chance to crit starting from the 7th turn. So this Goku is going to lose a little bit of power towards the end of an event, because again, for 6 turns he does get that extra attack, which is going to be a little bit unfortunate, but again, at least he's not going to be losing anything like defense. So overall, this Goku is going to be hitting a little bit less harder, but he's still going to be doing a ton of damage in the end. So again, very, very good unit. And then the links he gets is a Kamehameha, over in a flash, and then limit breaking form. A little bit disappointing that they gave him over in a flash, but again, most Super Saiyan 3 units have it, so I can see why they did it. And then limit breaking form, of course, I believe is a standard Super Saiyan 3 link. Yeah, as you guys can tell, very, very easily Super Saiyan 3 link. In terms of linking partners, just to kind of like throw some out here right now, this transforming Goku is going to be really good, and so is this Int Gotenks again, as well as the EZA 120% tech Super Saiyan 3 Goku, as well as the so Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks Teen. Again, those are just some 4 really, really good options that you can run with him. And again, like I said before many times, just an absolute beast of unit. This guy just does ridiculous amounts of damage. So again, do not sleep on this guy. Next up is Kid Buu. Again, Kid Buu, in my opinion, is a little bit underrated, especially because of the design of not only his leader skill, which really, really does kill him as a leader, but again, the fact that, again, in my opinion, I think they could have done a little bit more to Kid Buu, considering how bustedly good Super Saiyan 3 Goku is. So again, Kid Buu, similar to Goku, raises attack and defense, and then he also has a medium chance to stun the enemy. He also gets, actually no, I think he gets, I think 1 more ki than Goku. Yeah, because Goku gets 2, Kid Buu gets 3. So Kid Buu gets 3 ki and 180% at the start. Again, in my opinion, they should have made this 200%. He gets 30% attack and defense, with each attack performed up to 120%. So this guy needs to do 4 attacks in total in order to go ahead and get his full passive. So that's going to be a total of 300k. He launches a guaranteed additional attack that has a 30% chance of being a super. So again, he can triple super. He also recovers 20% HP at the end of the turn in which attack was received. So basically, if he gets hit, he's going to heal 20% HP at the end. And then he has a 70% chance of nullifying unarmed super attacks directed at the character. So basically, unarmed super attacks is not blast-based super attacks. So again, that's a little bit unfortunate in that aspect. Unarmed super attacks are basically like Super Saiyan 2 Kefla, the STR one, where again Kefla goes for the punch, similar to what Gogeta does, or Tech Gogeta. Kid Buu would then just nullify that. Of course, he has a 70% chance of it, so it's again a really good chance, but there is a slight opportunity that he doesn't nullify that. So again, just keep that in mind. And then he does have an active skill, which does give him a permanent 20% attack and defense in battle. So the reason why this active skill specifically in battle is much better is because, again, this carries on. Most active skills, it's like a one-turn thing where he just activates it. It's a one-turn buff and that's it. No, this one stays for the rest of the entire battle. So if you pop this thing in the Legendary Vegeta event, it's not going to go away after 1 turn. It's going to go until you defeat the entire event. which in my opinion makes him really, really good. Alright, so the condition is if there's a Majin Buu Saga category enemy, or if he receives 6 or more attacks. So again, not the best condition. I wish this was maybe 4 attacks, just to make it a little bit easier, because again, 6 is a very, very big mount to go ahead and tank, especially when he's a unit that you do want to go ahead and build up early at the start. Again, I really do think they missed a really good opportunity to make, you know, an absolute beast of a Kid Buu. But again, don't, you know, take this as him being bad. Trust me, Kid Buu is ridiculously powerful, especially with this link set with things like Big Bad Bosses, Infinite Regeneration, things like Majin, the Wall Standing Tall, Fierce Battle, More Than Meets the Eye. Again, this Kid Buu is just going to be an absolute, like, disgusting unit. Like, he's really, really stupidly good. Again, specifically things like Big Bad Bosses, Infinite Regeneration, and then Majin are going to be probably the 3 biggest links that you want for him active, you know, or just like completely level 10. Again, this Kid Buu is just going to be looking very, very impressive. And then again, in my opinion, I do like, you know, Kid Buu a little bit better than Goku in the aspect that, again, he is helping a lot of more categories than Goku is, especially things like storied figures, legendary existence, planetary destruction, worldwide chaos, things like sworn enemies, artificial life forms, resurrected warriors, Majin power. So he's just helping a ton of categories that really do need the help. And again, that's one of the reasons why I really, really do enjoy this Kid Buu. So again, these 2 guys are going to be coming over to Global Dokkan, I presume, in the next following days. Again, we should be getting a day to download either Sunday night, or when this video is up, Monday night, or maybe even later, again, because we're still technically in the Majin Vegeta celebration. So again, this should be coming to Global, and it is going to be coming to Global, because again, iSeriously is typically always accurate when he does post something. So again, just keep that in mind. And again, I'm going to quickly go over these guys. Again, this free-to-play Supreme Kai, he's basically a unit that you want to run in the Realm of Gods team, because again, he raises allies' attack by 30% for 1 turn, so he's a slot 1 unit. He gets 1 key and 30% attack and defense per Realm of Gods category allies on the team, so again, he's a unit that wants to be run specifically on Realm of, on Realm of Gods. He gives Superclass 1 key and 20% attack and defense, so again, nice support. He guards all attacks as the first attacker in the turn, so again, you basically, like I said, want to run him slot 1. And again, the fact that he gets a guard, guaranteed guard, is very, very nice. And then he recovers 15% HP at the end of the turn in which attack was received. So again, this goes hand in hand with the guard. You put him in slot 1, he guards, he then recovers HP. This is a very, very good free-to-play unit, especially if you're like building like a Realm of Gods team. I would absolutely go ahead and easy A this guy. Next up is the free-to-play Videl and Gohan. Again, not the greatest unit ever, but they are still relatively decent. So they get 158% at the start, they get 20% defense up to 58%, so again, very defensively oriented. They have a great chance of launching up to 2 additional attacks, each of which has a great chance of being a super. Again, this would be amazing if this had defense in it. So they raise attack for 9 turns. If this had raises defense too, then this unit would be ridiculously busted, and I would honestly argue that they're probably the best free-to-play unit, because this is insane. But unfortunately, they didn't. And here's another kicker. Their link set. Cold Judgment is probably the best link that they have. And then, as you guys kind of go through them, not the greatest links ever. Very bad. And on top of that, they're only on 3 category teams, so they're a very good unit. You can farm them up if you really, really want to. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it because, again, they're so limited. But, again, they're not a terrible option. So, again, for me personally, I'm not going to really build them up. I'm just going to leave them there. Alright, and then lastly, and this one, in my opinion, is the best one, is the Great Saiyaman 2/1 unit. Alright guys, sorry about the little pause right there, but like I said, Great Saiyaman 2/1 unit. Again, this is an exchange unit as well. So they lower attack and defense on their super attack. Again, not the craziest effect, but again, I do think their usability doesn't come from that. It's actually from their passive. So they get 150% at the start, a 50% chance to evade, plus another 50% defense when super attacking. So again, this already is very, very nice. They also debuff the enemy's attack by 20% for 2 turns. So again, a very good super battle road unit. Because again, they can target someone, lower their attack, as well as debuff them a second time from their passive. Again, making them a very, very good unit. And then of course the defense on super attack and then the dodge is also really, really good. And then they are also a support type unit for special pose, 3 key and 30%. Again, this is one of the main reasons why I really, really like them, is because they give 3 key to special pose, which again, as much as I love in Gotenks, the special pose category team is really bad. As you guys can tell, just the units that they decided to put on special pose, again, are not going to be very cohesive with each other. So again, this free-to-play unit giving them 3 key is going to be a major, major game changer for them. So again, that's one of the very big reasons why I absolutely love this unit. Okay, for their exchange, it can be activated when facing one enemy whose HP is 58% or more starting from the 3rd turn. So again, not a very hard condition. This one is relatively easy to get. Essentially what this basically means is you need to be fighting an enemy whose HP is over 60%, which if you're doing things like Dokkan events is not too hard, because they can just like be on turn 1, you defeat the enemy, turn 2, you defeat that enemy, and then turn 3, they can go ahead and exchange. Their link set is a little bit of an issue because again, they do have things like Patrol and Hero of Justice and Signature Pose, but luckily for them, again, the special pose team does have units which do carry each three of these links. But again, once you exchange into the Gohan, again, the link set does change and becomes much, much better. And again, this unit does have a ton of more category teams, which in my opinion make this unit even better, which with things like Peppy Gals, Movie Heroes, Earthlings, Special Pose, and Defenders of Justice. Again, that in my opinion really does help elevate this unit, because again, they are going to have at least some usability on category teams. Unlike this unit, whose category teams are Majin Buu Saga Joined Forces, you're pretty much only going to be running them on Defenders of Justice, because you're not going to be choosing this enemy on Majin Buu Saga or Joined Forces. There's just so many other units that I would much rather run than these guys. But these guys, on the other hand, again, I would choose them for things like Peppy Gals, I would choose them for Earthlings, Special Pose, and Defenders of Justice. So again, already that's like 4 category teams. I would actively choose this unit instead of, again, someone like Gohan and Videl. Alright, so again, this guy's actually surprisingly very damn good. So he gets 3 key and 158%. He greatly raises attack and defense now. On top of that, he gets another 58% attack and defense on super. He gets 10% attack and a chance to perform a critical hit plus 5% for special pose category allies on the team. Now, he does lose his support type ability, which in my opinion does make him a little bit weaker. But again, this on top of this is going to make him a very, very damn good unit. Because again, even though he does have, again, like I said, free-to-play stats, which even after his EZA only puts him at around 8k, this guy is still going to be really good defensively, because again, he then gets things like Brainiacs, Shocking Speed, which again, as you guys can tell, gives defense. So again, this Gohan is going to be very, very good after this guy transforms. He's really, really damn good. And again, an absolute great free-to-play option to run if you are looking for someone specifically to run on things like Special Pose, Defenders of Justice, or just like really small categories that no one really runs. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. You guys can let me know what you guys think is going to be coming for the celebration. But again, in my opinion, what I think is basically going to be set in motion, or what we most definitely will be getting, is of course Kid Buu Goku, as well as these 3 EZAs down here. Now again, I'm not saying we aren't going to be getting, this as well. We absolutely could, but again, they might try to push this later on for whatever reason. So again, I really don't want to say, oh hey, we're also going to be getting this, because again, they might end up pushing it later down the line, because again, Dokkan works in mysterious ways, I think is the best way of saying it. So again, that is going to do it for today's video, guys, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.
The name of this one is Rosé. Oh, this is the power of legendary Super Saiyan Goku. Now I understand.